2015, American Legion Post 743. We put on the Echo Taps ceremony. This is the national ceremony that was started at Arlington Cemetery, and so this is in honor of Memorial Day, honoring veterans past, present, and future. What is going to happen, we're going to have a ceremony, and then at the end of the ceremony we have trailing Echo Taps. One tap player will start, and then it will trail off into the distance. So I think this year we have right around 20 or more buglers that are going to each play taps, one right after the other, and hopefully the rain holds off.
How difficult is it? I understand that it's every year it's getting more and more difficult to find buglers. Have you had problems?
From year to year it's been a little different, but there are programs in place both locally and nationally. We work with the DFW, American Legion, a couple other veterans organizations that help us to gather buglers together and raise an awareness that there is a need for mass buglers. So we have a lot of support in making sure that we do have a good force of buglers, some years more than others.
Well, it's good for brass players. Come out and do this type of thing. It's been in the services for a long time, and it's something that brass players do in the services, along with the military bands and everything else. So it's a wonderful tradition.
We have three.
Do you play this at funerals or?
I have. I don't do a lot of funerals, but on rare occasions when that happens, I've played taps, yes.
That's kind of a unique art, isn't it, playing the bagpipes?
That and challenging.
Tell me how it's challenging.
Well, you've got 4 reeds you're playing all at the same time. So it's like playing 4 instruments at the same time.
So I wouldn't think you could be a smoker or anything and do this.
Well, you can, but usually they have one of the tubes corked with something.
Oh, okay.
They run a little short of air.
But you don't?
No.
How long have you been doing this?
Since 1995.
Did you musically inclined, so you decided to pick up the bagpipes? Or?
Kids are gone, off to college. There was time to do it. So,
something you always thought
first time
about
in my
doing?
life there was time to do it.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
Armed Forces Day 2015. Almighty God, we gather here today to honor the men and women of our armed forces who have served our country in the past, those serving today, and those who will serve in the future. We take time to remember their families that have waited and still wait now.
Compact 41 will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Detail. Attention. Port arms. Present arms.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Armed Forces Day was May 20th, 1950. So today marks the 64th time that we are honoring our armed forces. Here in North Kingsville, Ohio, we have chosen Echo Taps as our way of honoring and remembering the men and women who serve in the armed forces of the United States of America. There are many theories and ideas about the origin of the tune we know as taps, and where the name taps comes from. Prior to the bugler sounding this tune to signal the end of the day, unit drummers often sounded 3 sharp drum beats, or taps, to alert troops to bed down for the night. I personally believe there is no truth to the rumor that the drum beat was meant to order local innkeepers to shut off the beer taps and send the troops back to camp. But it is universally agreed to have taken its current form during the Civil War, and the arrangement we hear today came from the pen of U.S. Army Brigadier General Daniel Butterfield. His bugler sounded taps at a funeral in July 1862 at Harrison's Landing in Virginia. That bugler, by the way, Oliver Wilcox Norton, was born and raised a few short miles from here in East Springfield, Pennsylvania. In a matter of months after that, taps was being used throughout the armies of both the North and the South in the Civil War.
Hey, fire. Hey, fire. Hey, fire. Present arm.